Tuna chang rei lo te a kan chanang. Sar YouTube ka e live to. Sar David kan chan me don mi.
a full to thu sia tran po poi lawang
E oh
YouTube link kha ka da to cha ta khan
oh ole. Good evening to our respected principal, fellow faculty, and my dear students. I welcome you all in the Freshers Orientation Program 2021. I am Dr. Kelan Mingsangi, Assistant Professor, Department of Botany, and I'll be your host tonight. As we all know, the reason why we have conducted this program is to welcome the newly admitted students to Government Certificate College, as well as to instruct the various rules and regulations abide by the institution. The institution has regularly organized a freshers orientation program at the beginning of every old semester with various topics: cleanliness, manners and etiquette, campus behaviors, and so on. But unfortunately, as we all know, this year we have to conduct it online mode due to unavoidable circumstances. So this year we will be covering two important topics, and our curriculum activity is well planned, and this orientation program is also one of the important step, and it is also one of the first step. And we are really sorry for the clerical error in our flyer, in which the principal will be delivering a welcome speech instead of vote of thanks. Tonight's program will be as follows. It will be started by the welcome speech from our principal, P.C. Remsiama, which will be followed by the lecture on online class tutorial, which will be delivered by Lalming Moyakolni, Assistant Professor, Department of BCA, and lecture on orientation on campus life and CBCS by Dr. Zarzau Sanga, Assistant Professor, Department of Political Science. Before we further proceed, we have one important announcement to all the students. All the students are requested to write down your names and semester in the chat box. And the Zoom account which we have presently used have reached its maximum capacity. So please do inform your classmates to join our ongoing program through the Government Certificate College official YouTube channel. And to those of you who have joined using the YouTube Live, you are expected to write down the same in the comment section. Moving on to our program, may I now call upon our respected principal, P.C. Remsiama, to deliver a welcome speech. So, sir, if you're ready, we may start.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. Respected chairperson, my esteemed colleagues, and dear fresher students. I am extremely honored and privileged for getting an opportunity to come to the new members to our prestigious institution. I heartily welcome all the freshers to our college and ensure that we will do everything possible to equip you with the best possible teaching resources so that you are able to share your life and career for today's challenging world. Our college is not only focused on education or academic. We have a vast activities in co-curricular activities, but our college works to develop your qualities such as leadership, teamwork, and strong determination, confidence, etc., so that you can grow as versatile person. Be feel at home welcoming to this higher education institution, and we promise you to maintain a cordial relationship with each other and give this institution an opportunity to be proud of us with our hard work and discipline. I am grateful for giving us, or for giving me, sorry, the opportunity to address all of you here tonight. Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Sir, thank you so much. Now may I now call upon Ming Moya, Colney Assistant Professor, Department of BCA, and then he will be giving us a lecture on the topic online class tutorial. And this is a very important topic and it's a little bit technical. So sir will be explaining to us in Mizo language for our better understanding. So sir, if you're ready, you can take your time.
Hello. Các trong mình sẽ thấy rồi.
Oh, should I?
Ở đây làm ome. Họ xin nói to thâu vợ. Rồi trong in phía đó sẽ cần tu manga. Hay có ôm na lại hi. Ông ăn mấy ni vàng in motor tan ri đã po ôm mấy thế à. Mình đâu phải kiam don ya. Chuan hay sileng vàng in online class te. Kalalo ngai ta sia chumini van chuan kan la hriat ngai lo te. Kan ngai do na. Chumini van chuan uluk te lo kan chum leng kan sei lu zung zung anga rei lo te soi ka tumanga ka sei teu chuan in thei hil teu don ti ka sia chu van chuan hun kan man teu kan thei hil le teu khanum je ni don lawan kina hi tuna ka sei tur ho hi chu practical deuh ani wangin atak tak in man huna in la khadon chowa hars an ta poina tok don chowa chumi huna chuanin chiang zokin kan la im sil fia chhozel tur ta po ngai taila tun truma ero hi chuanin atlang pui a mel mang eng tingin nge online class kan kal dan tur ti te atlang pui tak tak ha karon sei deuh zor zor don ani ti hian han en taila kan hriat sa ha omanga kan la hriat ta po mai thei online class kan man na tura kan tools man tur te ta heng ho hi Google Classroom te Google Meet te WhatsApp te Google Drive le Gmail te hi ani dona WhatsApp te Gmail te hi chu kan share lar sa view in karinga Google Meet hi video in online live class kalna tur ani dona hi chuan Google Classroom ve thung hi chu assignment kan submit na tur te attendance kan lak na tur te le kan study material kan da na tur te kha ani le ta a chuan Google Drive a hi chu file backup na ani ve thunga nakina tangkai na kan la soyanga heng kan man tur te hi Android phone mangtan Google Play a khana om veka Play Store a download thaya iPhone mangtan po App Store a download tur om vek a free in ti kha hetaila ti chuanin Google account kan nei vek lo dewin ka hria zaina first semester hianin data kan en khanin mi pali in an Google account hin submit lova an nei lo wange ka hre lova po ni sela online class kan kalna tura hian Google account kan nei angai don ani kan nei sa hi aman theya chuti rola ro chuanin hemi class kan kalna bi ka ta ni ro hi chuanin athar hlak mang thei ula ka du thu samania achan chu file te atam dona khanga khanin kan tuna kan lo man sa te na in pol chuanin mu mei palte mail te po a chiar mei palte om thei thina wangin athar hlak mang thei ula kan du thu sam ani ti chuanin smartphone aman theya tablet te man the laptop te man theya ta hian laptop te desktop computer pa nga hi chuanin play store download ngai lovin website a classroom ani chuan Google a han classroom te khan type ula han search ula aron lang hal zelanga hing je thil har sa om lem love ti chuan Google classroom hi ti hianin han sei taila ni china kan siang khan Google classroom hi attendance kan lang turte dona assignment kan in pe kan turte assignment kan submit turte study material kan da lan turte le class test kan conduct kan turte kha ani dona chuti rol chon teacher zong in kan man dai ang vek lo mai thaya athen chon Google classroom class test nan te po kan mang lo mai thaya khang ro kha chu teacher ten ti tur mi pek ang khan kan lo follow zel mai don ani ti chon helampang dinglampang a hianin Google Classroom screen a kha lo lang ta heta hianin a screen a han eng em hmu tural om lova he tilai achungami hi tuna ka thai biala hi hamburger menu an tia hei hi apoimo dona chon he tilai s langa hi kan profile luna kha in dona chon he tilai hnuai plus icon a hi class join tur khan ta ni Google Classroom hi kan soima saberanga achan chu kan man turpoi mo berte jiga mi ni wangin next slide han kan kalang ta han entaila alem masabera lem pakhat na hianin kan ming te kan thalak te kha adik tak man turani chu ati dan ti hian in huang hianin alem pakhat na hamburger menu khan metanga settings lo omanga account settings in kalanga chuan alem palina hian personal info in kalanga ahnuaida asena in rin bela hianin photo le student a name thlana kha omta heta hianin nangmani ming dik tak in full name le in thalak dik tak za om taka kha dalan tur ani kha ama sabera tan chuan kan ming le kan thalak kha adik tak man tur ani ti kha hreta ila thawme chuanin teacher ten class hi kan siam turen ta ni tuna hianin subject pali in nei dona subject pali in nei chuan class pali om don tin an ta chung class te chu teacher ten an create huna an siam huna khan kha class kha va join turan ta ni Google account nei tan chau va join turan ta a join theidan hi kong thumo oma apathum na hi kan man tamber tur ani karinga achan chu ol sama wangle zirla ta na ol sama teacher ta na ol sam boka kha classroom link kha WhatsApp a inom na group a kha ni na ron posanga chu hemi link ka hi apola injia ka hi in lo metanga Google Classroom a khan rain honganga class kha enjoy me doni ol sam takin 1 le 2 hi chu email mangle code mangena join thei bok ti kha sharingot taila ti dan kha chuan soi thui lovanga chuanin tuna alem pakhat na in mu hi class in join to nuwa alan dan turan ta ni tuna hian class pakhat chi alo ma wangin first sem teacher hi ani ta hnuai hming in zia ka hi teacher hming tur ani dona ta hianin class pali in join chuanin a hnuai a hianin class sang kha aron lang don ta ni ti chuanin engemaw class a ber in lu hianin apia mi milem panina in mu hi hanen taula a hnuai lama hianin thil pathum a omta stream a oma class work a oma people om bok ta stream kan ti hi chu hetilaya helai inject in huang hianin announcement siamna teacher tan man thaya student tan man thei boka zo na te po asiam thayanga tin chemistry malang tura hi teacherin assignment a pek te material aron da te le class test emo eng po ni se post stream makha helai stream a henaron lang zel don ani chuanin alem pathum na ve thung hi class work ani ve thung ta hemi class work a hianin ama sabera kan mui quiz ani ta quiz ang chi te om thaya apani na hi study material ang chi te om thaya adot le hi assignment kan tiang chi ta kha thil pathum om thaya ni chu hemi class work a hianin chon he telai achunga mi milem profile picture lem kan hu hi helai hianin class work in ti to chin te in la ti lo te ti lan na turan don ta hi in thinang in homework submit hun te po in lo hai pal thaya khang zong zong kha alang vek don ni enge in ti a enge in ti lo ti kha alan na turan ta ni ti chuan to ber me people ero hi chu kan ti lang lo me yanga teacher te le student lan na tur kha ani ta adot le a hianin helai screen hi uluk devin lo enila apoimo alem pakhat na kan mu hi tuna hianin kan teacher ten assignment min lo peta a assignment min pe ka chu note siam tur lo ta ni example a note siam tur ti chuan teacher khan helaya apola kan thai a hi prototyping presentation ti hi note siam tur min pe a question a kha lo ta ni hei hi hemi hi ama sabera kan hong photanga enge question min pe kan chiaranga ti chuan kan chiar zo huna kha kan homework kha paper kan zia kanga paper kan zia kanga chu athla te kan langa athla kan lak kha submit le tur ni wangin he telai hnuaya asena in thai bial na hianin hela zoom a hian in swipe apanga chuan apia milem number 2 ami hi aron langanga heta hian add attachment ti om ta ni heta hianin in homework kha attach turan ta ni add attachment hin metanga apia number 3 milem hi aron langanga heng ho sang sang hi option sang om ta heta hianin karon thai sen bi ga hi kan man tur kan man thei tur ho ania a hnuai ber hi soi tela use camera hi chu instant camera khan ta i upload don a thailo chop don tin an ta ni heng hi chu i assignment a kha phek khat chau ani in mang tangka yanga pic photo le use camera hi phek khat chin na chau i mang thinang chuanin phek khat ai tamang chi ni chuanin file hi mang ve thung don ani file ang hi man ve thung don chuanin thil pakhat ti ma sakangai ta chu next screen a han unlock taila game scanner an tia hi play store a kha ro oma in download anga hi smartphone manga document scan nania I camera kha afi aviaro mai thaya thalak top ai chuan hemi cam scanner manga scan khan I thalak quality lo che deulekin lo thavak lo poni se he cam scanner mang hian fia takin a scan sak thedon che ni ti chuanin hemi scanner mang hen scan vekanga chu iphone a save anga iphone a save kha nichina kan soi file mang hianin izuk la chuakanga ti chuanin helai hianin file kan dalu to nu khan ta ni ti hian file kan dalu tanga kan dalu zo a hnuai mi tran in ti hi ngai poimo turan ta ni I upload ringot khanin assignment kha ila submit lova tran in me kher hi angai ta ni helai hi tu man theng helo turan ta tran in me chi anga chu apien muang hianin submit ani to wangin unsubmit ti kha omta I submit thadu chuan unsubmit hi metanga I submit thale thei ti kha ani ta ni kha assignment submit dan chu ani ta a adot le hianin thil dang le deuh quiz ang chi ve thung hi MCQ kan ti multiple choice type ang chi test nang khan kan mang thina hetiang chi hi in teacher ten ron da chuan in ti tur chu stream emo heti right class work te patang khan in en lenga hemi hi ron lang don ta helai blank quiz a hianin blank quiz tak hi kan test tur tak khan ta hemi hi in metanga in me vele helaya milem panhi na hena phayanga question he sample karon da ti hianin question som om chuan ti hian aron in tlar thanga chuanin in chan zo vek khuna submit button in metanga cho en teacher ten an set dana zirin a score en hal thenga en hal lo the bukanga kha quiz chan dan turanianga chuanin quiz a hi chuanin attach tur engma kha angai velowa achan chu a question aron da a kha question a kha a chan hal the awang khanin paper a zia khatianga scanner attach vel kha engma ngai to lova chuwan chuanin a hnuai mi mark as done kan ti hi klikanga hei hi mark as done ti klik le nge tur thei hin lo turani headline in chan ring ngota kha atok lova mark as done hi in tianga ti chuanin headline pi a milem pani na hi ti hen aron langanga tran in your work no attachment will be submitted ti hi aron langanga attachments em a submit angai lo chuwan chuan tran in ti hi khatang kha quiz big chan dan an tani quiz kan ti khanin MCQ test kan ti ang chi kha ani tani chuanin helai hianin alem pakhan na kan hmu hi thil dang le deuh kan man tang kai ve thei tur si kha he telai tir kan soi hamburger menu kan ti kha kan me chuan heng teng la ya option sang sang hi ron langa he ta hian calendar ti le to do ti hi omta to do hi han soi ma satela to do a hi chuanin he tuna kan hmuang hen alem pathina kan hmuang hianin assignment min pek te a kan ti to chin le kan la ti lo te tin engtika submit tur nge a submit hun tur chung te a due date te kha omta hetian lai Wednesday 11:59 pm kan ti te po hi a due date khan ta khang en na kha ani ta ni chuan calendar hi alem pathum na calendar hi chu thil harsa om lova adot lea classroom folder hi atira khanin hetela screen ma salam panga khanin Google Drive kha karon tar lang zoi to kha atang kaina aron lang chi don ni ti hian hamburger menu me khan classroom folder hi alo omanga ti chuan hemi classroom folder a hianin assignment in submit zong kha nangmani drive alo in save zel ti kha sheturani a ran pa a in submit to kha ran pa in miss te in teacher te va dil boile kha angai to lo tin heng assignment in submit hianin semester khat chung chuanin in phone space a he view mai theni achan chu thalak te alo fi a phek te lo tam chuanin asai se lo lian du ta chu chuanin phone storage te kha ati khat ma thin ta chu wan chuanin heng assignment in nei te hi in submit to chuanin in phone mi kha delete ula poilo achan chu Google Drive a hianin a in save vek ani in du huna in vala so le thei tho ti kha shet turan ta a hetelaya alem panina kan huang hianin helai le hetelai noi mi file sahi in met masanga achunga mi hiron langanga ta hian classroom folder alo omanga in double click in hon chuanin subject li in ne na folder kha achunga na lo omle chonga ti chuanin khatiang khanin subject sang ena assignment in vati hawa kha alo langzel don ni kha Google Drive tang kaina ani ta ni ti chuan 15 GB in nei theya Google Drive a hianin in mang tang kai don nia adot le Google Meet hi om le ta Google Meet a hi chu tuna alem asira kan huang hianin live class la ka turan ve thung ta video mangin ati dan hi kan thiam vek sa mai thei hi chu har salo zaina zoom in ron luta in ron lu thei ang che khanin hei po hi ni ve tho don tuna kan hmuang hianin a join dan hi pahni omta a pahni na zo ki kan man tam tur bok teacher ten a link ka kha WhatsApp group anon po sanga in lo honganga hetelai a lamain hmuang hian join hin lo metanga lun hal mai dona thil har sa om lo a pakhat na hi chu code mang te lu na ania hengi soi thui lo mai la heta ve thung hi chuanin alem pakhat na hi lo ental lokila student ten akena kan boy na tur ani mai thea you will join the meeting when someone lets you in ti hi a om mai the ni direct in lut ngal thelo mai the hi om je chu teacher ten admit ngain a security khan siama admit ngain a siam ten an ta chu wan chuanin admit in ni ma chu in join theri don lo tinani chuanin attendance hi hemi zoom o meet mang hianin attendance la hi anom mai thea teacher then khatin an ron la mai the chu chat ta enroll number in ron da don nia an ti chuan tuna alem pahni na kan hmu dot pathuma hin metanga ti chon alem pathum na mi hello langanga in call messages ti hello langanga heta hian enroll number te in chu thei chuan hela ha kan le lokanga Google Classroom a hianin attendance lak dan tura hi in teacher ten comment a khan enroll number lo daru an ti chuanin a comment vek theya hetelaya tuna alem pakhanna kan hmu hi 8 class comment ti hi in hmang tangkai thei roll number da nan ti kha kan soi lokani chuan helai hi in ngai poimo tur te jinga mi nitin kar khat chung video hmanga class kan lak chuanin kan data hack view mai theni chumini van chuanin kan data hack lutuk tur ve nan khanin limit data usage hi on thaya chu hi Google Meet a khanin hamburger minuin metanga alem panhina settings in kalanga alem pathumna hian limit data usage ti hi in onang apa ngai in off dona chuan hi in on nge yang tin he chung po hianin in data nen a de lo mai thei chowa a chan chu zan lama YouTube ten lo khoi ve anga game se point lo khel ve du mai thei chu mini van chuanin class kan tan huna chuanin YouTube lamte games online games kan khal thin depo in zoom de lek kha kan zirangai don ani ti kha kan sei le duwa chuanin heya to pa hianin WhatsApp le Telegram hi kan sei le lokanga nichina online tools kan sei ba ka khanin heng thil pani hi tangkai em WhatsApp group hi chun am do vek to in karenga Telegram a hi lo om lovin am chuanin Telegram hi lo install vek ula hi official in censorship government censorship college official group hi oma heta hianin WhatsApp group a hian mi zang hi somnga borvel bak kan len lo wangin Telegram a hi chuanin student pumpui kan om na hmun ania heta hianin information te notice SU notice kan ti ang chi te khang ha kan post thina tin nakina webinar te seminar online seminar te po kan lan yanga chunga te po chuanin link kan post na thin tur ani dona chuan chon Telegram hi lo install vek don nia ti hian alem hi lo en lok ula ne tickets tlem azong hi online class b ka tlem kan sei lokanga class hemi Google Meet class lak lai hianin kan sia tur chu mic kan microphone mute na changte kan siat atul dona a chan chu kan teacher te ati boy theya tin kan zelai puite ati boy thei ti kha shata ila tin mejel zu anum ve thina ni tlat maya mejel zu te tin khuate luma wangin kor halawa om mai te ruak teng tunga classroom join te khanum thina ni khang kha chin lo turani tin abikin Google Meet te Google Classroom ate khanin chat te message kan tiang chi te kha public ani awangin kan tongkam man te kan film khurangai kan mi zia kan ni na ang kha online class a hi chon ron lan tir lo turani in zep then ve du a tha ang a chan chu in ni na ang e ron lan tok chuanin hei hi tunge ani en class mi nge ni enge roll number ti a kan ron chui zui hi angai thina ni chuwan chuan khatie om lo tur khanin in na ang kharon lan tir lo ula in comment mate in post mate in soi mate khanin hi a tha angem publica soi chi ani em ti ta kha nge tu apma sa ula ti chuanin in za omna in hum him ani ti kha in shadon nia kha zong kha karon soi thei chu ani maya sayang khanin akim changlo view me theya amai ro chu practical ani awangin atak tak in ton huna chau har sana te in la tok don na chung in har sana chu kan la in solve sakanga tu na in mu ho kha chu atlang pui tak tak ani ngpo ni se naktu katangin class tran to turani wangin zaina kan han sei ho kan tools man tur ho kha lo install vekanga kan tilang le lokanga bei kha theng ho hi Google Classroom le Google Meet hi in nei sa lo mai theya heng hi Play Store en lo download anga adang ho hi chu kan nei sa in karing ole khati zong khani se kalome
Sir, thank you so much for your informative presentation. Things seems a little bit complicated when it comes to online, especially to the first-time user. But if you have any doubts and queries, please feel free to ask the teachers. Let me remind you that we are all here for you. Now may I now call upon Dr. Zarzau Sanga, Assistant Professor, Department of Political Science and Coordinator, Career Guidance and Counseling Cell, to give a lecture on Orientation on Campus Life and CBCS. And I kindly request all the students to give full attention to the presentation. Sir, please.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Sangsagi. First and foremost, I would like to extend my heartfelt and warmest greetings and welcome to all our freshers, students of the first semester. On behalf of the college fraternity, we welcome you with open hearts, and we do hope and pray that we are going to have a great time while you stay with us here for the coming 3 years of your college life. So since this is an orientation program of a limited time, I'm going to share a screen, and I'll try to point out what I thought would be beneficial and useful for our first semester students when you step in the college, which is a great difference compared to the world that you have stepped out from your school days. So I will try to explain briefly the important points that I feel you ought to know as a college student, being a new college student. So I won't have much forwarding speech because our time is limited. So I'll now share my screen and we will jump straight to my presentation. And if you have any question, please feel free to ask through the Q&A box at the bottom of your screen. Ms. Sangsa, is my presentation visible?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay. Okay, now let's start with the orientation on campus life and CBCS. First of all, I would like to highlight, I'd like to emphasize on the difference between jumping from a school student to that of a college student. So here comes another chapter in your life, a new chapter in your life. You have come out of school days, you have come out of the school and is about to step into a new world, an unknown and untapped world for you. And I know the feeling. I know how it feels like to wake up in the morning with the feeling that we don't have to go to school anymore with those dull and boring uniforms and putting on our rucksacks with tons and tons of textbooks and notebooks. But in the college, all those hardships, all those controlled environment that you used to experience in the school days will not be there. So there is a giant leap from school to college. So just in front of you, there lies the vibrant and appealing environment of college life. So if you don't know how to put your footstep, how to put one step at a time while you stay here in the college, I'm going to elaborate in my next slide. This college life can make you or break you. So it is very important for you to understand what a college student means, how to behave or how to go, how to spend our time in the college as a college student and not as school children. So your arrival at the college marks a new chapter in the story of your life. But this chapter is going to be a bit different from the chapters that you have just closed. Your school chapter, one of the chapters in your life have been closed, and now you are going to write a new chapter in your life story. The preceding chapters, your school days, your school story, or your life story at schools are greatly dictated by, not by you, but by your parents and teachers. Actually, most of the decisions during your school days are made by your parents and your teachers or your guardians. You don't have much freedom. You have to study whether you may be weak in mathematics, but you have to take that mathematics subject because the Mizoram Board of School Education stipulated you to do so. So you don't have much choice in choosing what subjects you are going to study in your school days. And from your hairstyles, from your nail polishes, from your makeups, from your uniforms, everything is being dictated and controlled by the school discipline. But at the college level, you have to write your story by yourself. During your school days, your life story was written by your teachers. Not many has been written by you. Mostly it was written by your teachers and your parents. It is your teachers and your parents who urged you, who drives you, and even forced you to study hard. And it is they who checked up on you whether you have done your homework, whether you have done your studies and your assignments well. But when you come to college, no teacher is going to run after you. No teacher is going to hustle you to do your homework, to attend classes regularly, to appear in tests as such. So everything will be up to you because you are no more a school children. You are now a college student, which implies that you are now a mature person. You are now a grown-up person. So everything has to be done by yourself and for yourself only. And this can seem to be daunting as well as exciting. And it may seem as challenging at the same time as it may seem empowering. But the great thing is that you now have freedom to decide what you want. As I've said, during your school days, all your subjects have been pre-decided by the Mizoram Board of School Education, and you don't have much freedom to choose what subjects you want to study. But as you step into the college, you will now have the freedom. You will now have the freedom to choose which subjects you want to study. And no one, I repeat, no one, not your teachers, not your parents, is going to stop you from choosing what you want. So coming into the college, transition from being a school student to that of a college student comes with the freedom at the same time with responsibility. You will be responsible for yourself. So you have to stand up for yourself. You have to perform for yourself. And last but not the least, you have to succeed for yourself. No one is going to share your failure or success. It is you only that is going to reap the benefits of what you did, of what you are going to do while you stay here in the college. Okay, this is what I just pointed out briefly in my first slide. This maxim, always remember this maxim each and every day of your time at this college. College life is a life that can make you or break you. My dear friends, what I want to tell you is that always remember that your college life is only a single chapter, just a single chapter in your life story, and it is not the whole story in itself. You will be here with us at Government Sahib College for about most probably 3 years or so, but that 3 odd years can define, or it may define, what you might become or what you ought to become in the next 10, 15 or 20 years, or even what you may become in your life. See, I'm not the senior most teaching faculty in this college, but I have worked here at this institution for the past 10 years. So during my 10 years of service at this institution, I have seen a lot of students who have come in that campus gate, who have stepped inside our campus gate with a lot of enthusiasm, bright future and prospect written large in their mark sheets and characters, but who have left that same gate, the same gate that they entered 3 years before, with nothing but a broken character and a grade F's, that means failed, a grade F's written in their report cards. And at the same time, I have seen many students who have come from modest backgrounds, and some even doesn't understand or can speak even a single English word. But I have seen many students of in such situations who have developed and sharpened themselves to become one of the university toppers, or at least have the courage to struggle, have to fight for their survival, and come out with flying colors, holding the first division grades in the report cards in their hands as they leave the college after 3 years of studying here. So my dear friends, what I would like to remind you and instill in your mind is that as you enter this college and the college life that comes with it, always remember that your life here will be brief, only 3 years, but these three brief years may be the most crucial chapter in your life story. And your story here at the college can end only in two ways. Either you end up being a success or you end up being a failure, nothing more, nothing less. Your fate and future is now in your hands, not like in your school days, where your fate and future lies heavily upon the notes given by your teachers, upon the teachings or the tuitions that your teachers gave you, or the urging of your parents. At the college level, all responsibility will rest upon you and you only. So you will be responsible for yourself. You will only be accountable to yourself. So make the most of your time while you stay here with us in this college, and ask yourself again and again this important question: will this college life make me or break me? I'll repeat, ask yourself this question. When you are faced with difficulties, or when you are down with some kind of pressures due to your studies or other college activities, ask yourself, will this college life make me or break me? Because anyhow, at some point of your life, we are going to meet again, or you yourself may meet with some of your classmates at the college again at some point of your life. It may be after 10, 15, or 20 years. But the most important question is, what would you have become during that time? Or what would you be? What will you have become when we meet again at the distant future? And that life's very important question may lie in this time that you spend with us here in this college. It may depend on what you have done, what you have achieved in this college. It may depend on your actions or inactions during your college life. So, my dear friends, I urge you, and always remember that you have to trade carefully as you sail through one of the most important chapters in your life, that is the college life. Okay, my next presentation, my next slide, as you can see, is a blank screen. And this is not a mistake. I intentionally put a blank screen for you. This signifies your college life. Yes, the screen is blank, and so are you. This is your college life and achievements as of now. You don't have any achievements. You don't have anything to write about your college life story in the life story book, in your life story book. But mind you, my friends, this page won't be blank forever. Because at the end of 3 years, or at some point of time, this blank page is going to be filled up with your results. You may be in your school days. Let me go back to your school days. During your school days, you may be the top performer in your class. You may always come first, second, or third position in each exam. Or you may be the boss in your class, whom no one dared to challenge. Or you may be the stardom in your class, upon whom all your classmates have crushed upon. But those days are over. Those are history. They are past tense, because school days are over. You are no more a school children. You are now a college student. So you are turning a new page, a new blank page of your life story. So what would be written here is solely up to you. At the end of your time here at this college, this page is going to be dotted with your achievements, with your success or failure results. And the sad thing, or it may be the good thing, depending on what you have written on this blank page of your life story in the college, my friends, the thing is that when you are about to leave this college after 3 years of studying here, this page is going to reflect the character, the achievements, or the failures that you have recorded during your college days. And mind you, this page will not be read by you alone. The world is going to read the things that you have written down through your characters, through your actions or inactions, what you have written down in this blank page will be read by the whole world, and the world is going to judge you based upon what you have written on this college story of yours. So no one is going to check on you, run after you, or your teachers or your parents will not be running after you like your school days, trying to see whether you have done your homework, trying to see whether you have attended classes regularly. No one is going to run after you. You have to look out for yourself. And that is one aspect, one important aspect of college life. So my friends, as you try to kickstart your college career, buckle up, brace yourself, stand up for yourself, be yourself, and try to be the best among your batchmates, among your peers. Okay, now you have come to the college. In the previous slides, I have discussed in brief the transition from being a school student to that of a college student. Now let's assume that you have started your college career. Always remember that the main purpose of you being here is learning. Learning is your main objective, and all other things that comes as part of college activities and college life are co-curricular activities. At the college level, whether you like it or not, at some point of time, you have to be involved in several co-curricular activities. We're going to, had it not been the pandemic, I think we will definitely organize the freshers social for you. There will be the college week, graduation dinner, prom nights, so on and so forth. And you will also have an ample opportunity to be part of the several clubs that are college here, like the NSS, the NCC, the Adventure Club, Cultural Club, etc. But you always have to remember that all such things should come secondary to your studies. Because the very reason that you came here, the very reason that you are a college student is to study. Your academics come first, and the rest comes in secondary. So don't get carried away by the hypes and splendors of the numerous activities and the campus environment of this college, which you are about to experience day in and day out during the stay here in the college. And a major difference between college learning and school learning is, in the school, the teaching and learning process is a one-way process, while in the college, it is a two-way process. Why do I say it is a two-way process and not a one-way process? As I pointed out in my earlier explanations, at the school, your teachers come in, lectures, give you notes, and when the bell rang, they went out, and when their period turned out, they come in again, give you notes. It's that same routine year in and year out that you followed in schools. But at the college, studying is not just teaching. Listening to your teachers and writing down notes is not enough in college life, in college education. Never hesitate to approach your teachers, your professors about your academic problems or even your personal problems for that matter that may hinder your academic performances. Because learning and teaching in college, as I've said, is a two-way process. You are going to learn from us. You're going to learn from your teachers many things in the same way as we, your teachers, are going to learn from you. So that is how it works at the college level. And it is for the very reason that we have a well-established student mentoring system, so that you are able to know your teachers well enough, and vice versa. You are able to know your teachers well enough in the same way as your teachers will know more and will know more about you. But since our time is limited, I think I don't have the time to elaborate on how this mentoring system works. But I'm sure that in due time, you will be well versed and acquainted with how this mentoring system works and how you will get the benefits from it. And as I've said, you are no more a school children. So we are not going to treat you like a school children. We are not going to treat you like school children. So let's face the reality. Let's be real. Let's be rational. Let's deal with each other with respect, with dignity, as grown-ups and as a mature person. And at the same time, I hope not to be sounding too boastful, but I assure you that you are in safe hands. Our college has one of the best teaching faculties in all of the colleges across Mizoram. You are going to be under the guidance and mentorship of doctorate degree holders, university gold medalists, and teachers with vast teaching and academic experiences. So don't be afraid to approach your teachers, whether it is inside class or outside the classroom. Never hesitate to approach your teachers about your problems, because that is how teaching and learning works at the college level. So your teachers are looking forward to work with you. We are eager to start working with you. And we are also waiting eagerly to work together with you in order to make you as well as this institution proud. Okay, I'll make 2 slides regarding the CBCS. I think these 2 slides will be sufficient enough for you to understand or to grasp the importance of the CBCS. At college level, your marks will be given on the basis of a choice-based credit system. I won't go into the specifics, but the main difference between your school marking system and the college marking system under the CBCS is that you can score marks with your attendance. Score marks with your attendance. So this is how you can score marks with your attendance. 90% if you attend classes regularly and your class attendance percentage is 90% and above, you will get 5 marks. And 85 to 90% will be 4 marks, 80 to 85% 3 marks, 76 to 80% 2 marks, and 75 or less than 76 will be 1 mark. So irrespective of your academic performance, whether you do well in the tests or the exams, it doesn't matter. If you attend classes regularly, be it offline or online, regularity of attendance carries 5 marks. So you can score extra 5 marks only by attending classes regularly. So this is your plus point. This is your advantage, and make the most of it. And the exam system at the college is like this. There are 3 internal tests, which we call the internal continuous assessment or tests. And 2 tests out of the 3 tests are class tests, carrying 12 marks each. The full mark will be 12 marks. And out of these 3 internal tests, 2 will be class tests, like the one you used to appear for in your school days. It will be almost the same. But the 3rd internal will be in the form of assignments or seminars or projects, depending on what type of assignments your teachers gave you. And that will carry 8 marks. So in your internal marks, you can score a total of 25 marks, which will be counted as your external marks. Internal marks carries 25 marks. Actually, the tests and the presentations, the assignments carry 20 marks, and the attendance marks is accounted for, and it comes to 25 marks. And at the external examination, that is the end semester examination, you will answer questions carrying 75 marks. So 75 plus 25 is 100. So at the college level, it is important to perform well in your internal examinations. Don't try to concentrate fully on your external examinations only, because if you did your best also, you can't get more than 75 marks. You have to perform well both in the internal examinations as well as the external examinations. So in the internal examinations, you can get out of 25 marks, you can get the highest mark possible, or the highest mark that you deserve out of 25 marks. And at the external examination, you can score 75. You can score marks out of 75 marks. So that is the pattern of examination at the college level. Okay, I'll just conclude my presentation. What I have talked about briefly in my previous slides. The first point is make the most out of your time in this college. Study hard, try to be the best, participate in various clubs and college activities, and try to become a better person than before. But as I have said, don't get carried away with the hypes and splendors of the college activities. Always remember that you are here to study, you are here to become a graduate student. So that is the first conclusion of what I have discussed. And secondly, be responsible for yourself. As I have said, you are no more school children. Your teachers are not going to run after you if you don't attend classes. If you bunk classes also, your teachers are not going to scold you. But at the end of the day, if you fall short of attendance, and mind you, you got to have 75% attendance in order to appear for the end semester examinations. So if you fall short of that 75% attendance, your teachers cannot help you. Don't approach your teachers to help you to give you grace marks at the end of the day. So be attentive, be regular, be active while you study here at the college, because in the end it's all going to be about you, and it's all going to be up to you whether you succeed or fail. And lastly, embrace and enjoy the blissful, challenging, and euphoric atmosphere of campus life. And let us hope and pray that at the end of the day, we can say goodbye to you, leaving behind your proud legacy for posterity to ponder upon and follow on your footsteps. So on that note, I'll end my presentation here. And again, I'd like to welcome you all to Government Censorship College. Thank you, and back to Ms. Sangsagi.
Thank you so much, Dr. Zarzau Sang, for your informative and enthusiastic presentation. To all the freshers, let me remind you that we are very fortunate to have a wonderful presentation from our teachers, guiding and showing us the way of life. In this challenging situation, let's hope and pray that this coming academic year brings out the best in us with a heart full of determination and discipline. With that, we have come to the end of tonight's program. I hope that this orientation program have benefited each and every one of us, and Government Censorship College is looking forward to come out with their flying colors through perseverance, hard work, and dedication. Once again, thank you everyone. Good night.